You know that moment, standing in front of a shelf full of coffee beans, wondering what any of it really means. As a second generation coffee roaster from Japan, I get asked this all the time. What kind of beans should I buy? Of course, your personal taste always comes first, but how you brew matters just as much. And that's what we're gonna focus on today. In this video, we'll look at 4 popular brewing methods: coffee maker, pour-over, French press, and Moka pot, and how roast level, grind size, and origin of the beans all work together to get the best results. If you find this helpful, consider subscribing. I share practical tips like this every week to help you brew better at home. Let's start with the coffee maker, one of the most common ways people brew at home. These machines are consistent. They drip water the same way every time. Typically, these machines are built to brew a smooth, balanced cup. Something easy to drink, not too intense in any direction. So what kind of beans should you use? Pretty much any origin or roast level works, but the flavor may come through more mildly than you expect, because these machines aren't designed to highlight brightness or the body the way other methods can. Here's one thing most people overlook. Most drip machines are calibrated for a medium to medium fine grind. That's because the water flow rate is designed with that grind size in mind. Go too coarse and your coffee may taste weak or under-extracted, too fine, and it can clog the filter or be over-extracted. So start with a medium fine grind and adjust slightly based on your machine and taste. I've seen people struggle with coffee makers simply because they didn't pay attention to these details. Trust me, it makes a difference. Next up, let's talk about pour-over. This method gives you precision and control. It takes a bit more time and attention, but the reward is worth it. You can use any origin or roast level and adjust your technique to bring out different flavors. And that's why I often recommend beans with distinct or interesting profiles. Something floral, fruity, milky, chocolatey, or just unique. It gives you more to explore. Most people use paper filters, and pour-over drippers come in different shapes: cone, flat bottom, and more. That makes a real difference in how the coffee brews. So you'll need to experiment a bit with your specific setup. For grind size, start with medium to medium coarse and adjust based on your dripper and your flavor goals. I've been making pour-over for years. It's second nature to me. It's a quiet, focused moment that I've always enjoyed, especially growing up around coffee. And if you want to explore pour-over more, I teach a full course on Japanese style pour-over. You'll find the link in the description. Now let's move on to the French press, known for its bold, full-bodied coffee. This method is quite different from the previous two. Instead of water flowing through, coffee grounds steep in hot water. French press usually use a metal filter, and it doesn't absorb the coffee oils. That's why It produces a richer flavor and slightly thicker texture. I recommend using beans with strong body and pronounced flavors, like dark roast, medium dark, French, and even Italian roast all work well. Light roast? Not so ideal here. They tend to be more acidic, and that acidity intensifies in longer steeping or slow extraction. The result can taste unbalanced or even harsh. For grind size, go coarse. Fine grinds can lead to over-extraction and leave you with a gritty, sludgy cup. Pro tip: if you love bold flavor but want a cleaner finish, try using slightly hotter water and reduce the brewing time just a bit. It helps cut down the lingering aftertaste. And finally, the Moka pot, or stovetop espresso maker. Now, technically, it's not really espresso, but it does brew strong, concentrated coffee, and it's beloved by many for that rich, bold taste. When you use a Moka pot, the coffee undergoes a unique brewing process. It's made by forcing hot water through finely ground coffee under pressure, which gives that espresso-like robust coffee. However, it's different from the real espresso, which uses much higher pressure. Here's where I might ruffle a few feathers, especially for those who love light roast. As a coffee roaster, I recommend using dark roast for the Moka pot. These beans are fully developed in the roasting process already, which allows them better withstand in heat and pressure of this brewing method. Dark roast tend to produce a rich cup that also complements the concentrated nature of the Moka pot. Light and medium roast, on the other hand, often lose their delicate notes in this type of brewing process. The result? You may end up with a cup with overly acidic or harsh. Now, taste is personal, of course. If you found the light roast that works with your Moka pot, amazing! Keep doing it. Every coffee lover has their own preference. However, if you've been struggling to get a rich, satisfying cup, switching to dark roast might make a noticeable difference. Let's quickly review. Coffee maker works with any roast, medium to medium fine grind. Pour over, also any roast, but best with medium to medium coarse grind. French press, go for medium dark to dark roast and coarse grind. Moka pot, dark roast with a fine grind for that espresso-style intensity. Of course, your personal taste is always the starting point. But once you know what you like, your brewing method can help bring those flavors to life or hold them back. So next time you shop for beans, don't just pick what sounds good. Think about what's going to taste best with your gear. If you'd like to go deeper, I've created a free PDF guide that covers origin, roast level, and the brewing method in detail. You'll find the link in the description. And if pour over caught your interest, Don't miss my course on Japanese style pour over. It's designed to help you brew like pro at home. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a wonderful coffee day.